We have made it to the middle of the work week, Lew. Welcome to Wednesday.
Are we on? Oh, I thought I heard ignore.
That is not what I heard.
We're
I heard,
on?
yep. I heard them say that,
You
that
know,
we went a little early there, which sometimes happens. So you just got to go with the flow.
so we're in. We made it.
Yeah.
Wednesday, hump day, sliding down hill to the weekend. Let's go. Let's get there.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Would you like to run it back and do it over, or
No, because we're gonna do that next week. I mean,
Okay.
we do it over all. I mean,
not
it's
next
just-
week? You're riding solo next
Oh,
week.
that's right.
Oh,
Our dear friend Ross is traveling up to the great Midlands of South Carolina.
the Midlands.
Yeah, we got, we have sister stations all over these great United States, and one of those is up in Columbia, South Carolina, home of the Fighting Gamecocks, and where my alma mater is. And
The crescent moon with victory inscribed on the inside.
Isn't
right?
that beautiful?
Yeah. Old,
Oh my
old
God.
Moultrie, right?
Yes.
He was the one waving that flag around.
Oh my gosh. We're going to get into some good stuff here. We got so Ross going up to Palmetto State, going to help them out with some weather forecasting, and it's just going to be me. I might bring in Robert or Lee, but
You should get a fat head of me.
yeah, I should.
That you can, or like, a cardboard cutout that you just sit here.
Just a normal size head.
And it's just
you
me,
would
like-
qualify as a fat head.
And I just stay there the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can
Nice.
kind of converse back and forth with me.
Yeah, be about the same level.
I can record some things that you just like hit a button. And
Oh
I'll,
yeah,
like,
just some little top.
and I'll just be like, yeah, Lew, that sounds great.
got some audio drops of Ross.
I agree. Ross
Perfect.
laugh. Ha ha
Perfect.
ha.
Better. Ross laugh. That's great stuff. Man, we got a lot going on. Like
We do.
for it being so beautiful, really, like and calm these last few days and the next day. We got so much happening through the weekend and beyond. We really do have a lot to get to. So we've been warm today, right around 80 as an afternoon high today. Pretty comfortable, cool start, warm finish. And we're going to do that again for Thursday.
Yeah, overnight temperatures only cooling off into the low 50s. So as you mentioned, a cool start, but not nearly as cold, perhaps as we saw yesterday morning or even over the weekend.
Yeah.
But you notice there at 4 a.m., I'm glad to see the icon showing it.
Yeah.
That potential for maybe some fog trying to develop. I think everyone has the chance to at least see some patchy fog, perhaps some of our more inland locations, kind of like northern Baker County up through the Okefenokee, Charlton, Ware. I think perhaps have a slightly better chance to maybe see some denser fog out there, certainly on the west side.
Yeah.
So that's just what one model shows, visibility going down.
Yep.
So hopefully this gives you a little bit of a better depiction of what might be occurring tomorrow morning as you wake up and head out the door.
So watch for fog. Got the right setup. I think we've got kind of the usual suspects, inland southeast Georgia. You can see it, but watch that 95 corridor up southeast Georgia as well. And we've got one site out on the west side, out at Cecil, always registering. I mean, even on days it's like
Because it kind of sits in a bowl a little bit there, right?
It's low. Yeah. So we'll just watch. Some of those folks coming in off 103rd and off the west side of Jack's, maybe getting some patchy to dense fog as well. Look at that old tractor. Maybe that's a Massey Ferguson.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's from Folkestone. Picture from Folkestone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Foggy start next few mornings.
Very
Check.
sure.
Highs in the 80s through Sunday. Check. And blast of Canadian air next week. Check.
I didn't want to say polar
No,
and
it's
or
straight
Arctic.
out of Canada. Hey,
I'm thinking like
maple syrup.
Alberta, Manitoba,
Yeah. Yes.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Bringing its air on down here. Canadian Rockies. We got a system, as Ross was showing us yesterday, coming out of the Pacific Northwest, and it's getting geared up now, and it's eventually going to drag its backside all across these United States and then down into the southeast. But before that, we get through the end of the week and the first of the weekend, waiting on those fronts. So we've got a couple of fronts that are going to come through. One's ultimately going to win the battle. That's going to bring us near record highs by Saturday. So this is interesting. Our in-house model has been trying to get us some rain in for Friday.
Yes.
A little almost like a warm front kind of lifting up from the south. So we have put 10% chance of rain in for our Friday, particularly I'm seeing some earlier in the morning potential. So maybe Thursday night, late Thursday night, we get a little more moisture building in from the south ahead of our next front. And then So, yeah, we can't rule out rain entirely, just some sort of change in the weather. We haven't had much change. It's been a lot of the same, and certainly not drought-busting rain, all right? This is just something that we might get a little extra moisture coming through by Friday, and nothing to cancel plans or anything like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't stop you from going to the fair on Friday.
100%. I agree with you. And Ross, in fact, going to be out live at the fair.
Yes,
Opening
sir.
day is tomorrow.
I'm excited.
I know you. It was great last year on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. And I kind of like to go into these things. Some people like to have things like kind of planned out and set up. We're going here first, and then here, and then there.
Yeah.
I kind of like to just rock and roll when I get there a little bit.
I got it.
Some things I like to have planned, but when it's something like the fair,
Yeah, you just want to see where the world takes you.
yeah, you just kind of show up, and they're like, "What do you want to see?" I'm like, "Well,
There's a-
what do you got going on today?" You know, like,
Right.
let's go to if maybe they're showing the steers. Let's go into the barn. I'll go stand beside a cow.
Yeah.
Look at the little piglets running around over there.
Yeah, the pig,
in the
pig
barn.
races. I love that.
Yeah.
So my guy's a budding Hunter S. Thompson. He's a little gonzo journalist. He's going to go in there and he's just going to see. He's not going to go in there knowing the story. He's going to go in there
And find it.
and find the story.
Absolutely.
Love that. All right, so now I'm excited.
That's risky though, because you never know how that goes. Sometimes.
You never know. But that's the best stuff. That's good. So we got fair coming up, opening day for Fair Thursday, and we'll go all the way through next week. So if you can't get out there this week, you've got all next week to enjoy. The last time downtown before it moves out of the west side.
Sure.
I had alluded to some near record highs or tying some record highs. Not so much Friday, Sunday, kind of a few degrees below,
shy.
but we'll watch Saturday.
It's close, and it's surprising. Last year was the record, so back-to-back years.
Yeah.
This very same weekend
Got warm.
got warm.
And it kind of spilled over from Halloween because last year Halloween was very hot. Now we kind of got a break and had a cooler Halloween, but so we had the cool temperatures, the roller coaster ride up for this weekend, but last year the whole kind of 2-week period out of October and into November was pretty warm.
When I love when people kind of use the roller coaster analogy, because I kind of think of the summer months here almost like the bumper cars
Oh,
at
yeah.
the fair or an amusement
Yeah.
park, because it's pretty steady, right? Mm-hmm. But the bumps of the cars hitting each other are pretty much like those afternoon thunderstorms.
Yeah.
You never really know when the bump's coming sometimes.
Yeah.
But when it does, it kind of jostles you.
And then they all start happening furiously. You start
Yes.
you start the bumper car slowly, and who's going to be the first one to pop?
And then they
once
all
you get
start
that first
going.
one, everybody starts going. It's like a pot of boiling water. Once it starts going, you're going to have a neck injury.
But then in contrast to that, now this time of the year, you're on the roller coaster
Yep.
where sometimes you're at the top and sometimes you're on the bottom.
crashing towards the bottom, and it's coming. So Saturday's kind of going to be Sunday will be sort of the top of our roller coaster ride of temperatures, and then we get the fun part, which is the downhill. Love that. Are you a roller coaster guy?
I love roller coasters.
Me too. Me too. Big roller coaster guy.
Adrenaline rush.
Absolutely. So looking ahead, there's your weekend right there. We do have showers in the forecast, both Saturday and Sunday. So we'll have that in mind as the big low comes out of the Rockies and dips some of that cool and ultimately dry air in. So look at how the rain kind of falls apart.
Yeah. I mean, multiple models are kind of showing there will be some,
Yeah.
but really not a lot. So in my kind of verbiage or wording has been like a stray shower or two
Yeah.
on Saturday, perhaps stray to a few scattered showers. Like some showers and clouds will be around on Sunday, but not nearly enough to cancel any plans you have outdoors or should stop you from going to the town center or the fair or, wherever.
Yeah, agreed. And it's just kind of the somewhat unsettled weather on Sunday that is just the precursor, the whole transition in the atmosphere for kind of what's to come. And this, nothing overly impressive. And as I mentioned, not anything drought busting
No.
out there. But, getting a quarter of an inch towards Waycross and Brunswick helps. Doesn't hurt. Helps. But, less than a tenth for Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah, and there will be some
Point
places
south.
that probably won't see any rain.
Don't see any rain. Right.
So,
Absolutely. We're beyond kind of, or getting into, this is when, we need to start seeing some Waycross to stay seasonable, getting that first
yeah,
frost.
this is typically when we start to see it a little bit for Waycross.
And we had, November 1st, in fact. We got temperatures down to where we could have seen some. Haven't had those official reports, but we on the west side of Jacks had 35 from our buddy, so certainly cold enough to have a little frost. But we got to start thinking about beyond frost. When's our first freezes?
Mm-hmm. This is a little
around.
tease ahead to what is to come in the stream here.
I like it. So we're in the first frosts. We're going to cover a little more ground as we get beyond the 10th and get towards Veterans Day. hint, hint, for a lot of people out there. It'll be chilly.
You want to take a short break?
Let's do a break because we got a lot more to talk, a lot to get to. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks. You know, Lou, I forgot my jacket here today, mainly because I don't need it,
Yeah, you don't need this.
because it's warm.
No, it's fine.
But next week,
What you pulling
a little
out?
chilly. And it's actually one of my favorites. I've got like I guess it's a shacket or a flannel jacket, kind of.
Flacket.
It's
Okay.
No, yeah, essentially. It's like a flannel, but it's like a
Yeah.
jacket with, like,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, it's nice, it's comfortable, it's warm.
Yeah.
And we don't really, the building's not that warm
No,
when it
it's
gets
chilly.
cold here because we don't really have it built for
Yeah.
withstanding cold temperatures. So especially us by the windows.
Oh, yeah, really
Just
chilly.
all cozy in the
Yeah.
jacket. I'm actually looking forward to it a lot.
That's awesome.
But we have that on the way.
I just ordered a new hoodie. I'm pumped about getting. So I hope it gets in time
What are we talking about here?
for next week. So a little Holderness and Bourne, little hatched hoodie. It's not cashmere. I didn't spend $600, but it's a nice little piece to add to the collection because all my warm clothes are North Face.
Yeah.
I've got a gray and a black, and I just go between those. And then when I'm trying to be fancy, I got a top coat, pea coat that I'll wear if I'm out live, trying to report. But I don't have much.
So I love hoodies and
Yeah.
I love living here, but it makes it tough because I feel like your outfits
Yeah.
can be so heavily driven by what hoodie you wear.
Yeah.
Because then you can either put on like a black bomber jacket or a jean jacket over top of the hoodie. But depending on what the hoodie looks like, you're going
Yeah.
for like completely different vibes.
Lot of
But it's
layers.
tough to do here because you typically don't need to layer
Don't-
that many times.
I think Tuesday morning.
You might have that opportunity.
Tuesday, Wednesday morning, you're gonna want to layer. And I think Tuesday, like Monday, Tuesday, look at these, model-driven temperatures. And I will say, what we've noticed the last couple of weeks, the lows, the models haven't been quite getting the lows.
The models have been warm.
They've been a degree or two warm, a little warm bias. So we're gonna watch that for our Tuesday morning. But even like Monday, while the lows won't be that extraordinarily low yet, the afternoon's not going to warm up too much.
And it's going to be breezy.
And it's going to be breezy. And Tuesday will be a little breezy too. Wednesday things tend to relax, but we do have that weather impact alert. So want you aware, giving you plenty of time because we can see this one coming. We got high confidence that we are going to get cold. And while this isn't the type of weather impact alert where we're worried about anything severe. We're not worried about that. We just want you to be able to plan ahead and just know that by the time we're waking up Tuesday, Jacksonville 33, and that's, oh man, are we close. Oh man, are we close? That would be a record low for Tuesday morning, by the way. But up in inland southeast Georgia, even coastal southeast Georgia, from Brunswick across to Valdosta, McClenny, Lake City, we're going to see some freezes.
We are.
And we might be, if we get in the 20s like Waycross, that means several hours. That would require us to be below 32 for a couple of hours at least. And that's when you're flirting with the hard freeze, especially Ware and Pierce County, maybe northern Charleston County, and Lake City. We'll kind of have that in mind as well. So I-10 and north for the potential freeze that's going to be kind of noticeable that you're going to have to take some precautions for.
Yeah, especially kind of the northern halves, Columbia and Baker County, and then pretty much everyone across inland southeast Georgia.
Yeah.
And we'll go as far as maybe Brunswick even getting in on some of that in Glenn County.
Yeah.
Now, I will mention, notice there at the beaches, more than likely not going to, it's going to be cold, but you're not more than likely going to have to worry about freeze.
It's a different cold, the beach cold. Like, like physics-wise, you're not going to be able to, freeze H2O, right? But on your skin, you're going to say, man, okay, this bites a little bit.
Yeah.
So little breeze come Tuesday morning, and it will be chilly. Don't have to worry about the frost or freeze yet, all the way out to the sand. But we mentioned Waycross, so this would also include Blackshear, I think, and Folksay if we get up towards more middle and northern Charleston County. This can kind of apply to you as well. But that hard freeze potential, that would be Monday night into Tuesday morning, will be kind of what we have our eyes on. And for that, we want you protecting the plants, certainly, so your sensitive vegetation, the people that may not have access to good, adequate heating. Check on the folks that you would know in your community, and make sure they're at least aware they're going to need some extra blankets or a heater or something. But use safety with that. And then the outdoor animals. All right, let's bring them in or get them some blankets, get some warmth. We're not really overly concerned about pipes just yet. If you know your property best, right? If you've got exposed outdoor plumbing pipes that maybe run from a pump house to a pool, things like that, and it's just pure PVC exposed to the outdoors, then maybe you want to.
Or it might be a good idea to wind up the hose outside, drain the hose outside.
100%.
That you don't have to worry about that come
Protect the
Tuesday
hose,
morning and Wednesday morning.
For Tuesday morning for sure. And so kind of a hard transition, but do want to talk. Robert Spett has been working hard on this as we kind of think about what Hurricane Melissa did. I know that's kind of a weird transition, but he did have a really good opportunity to speak with Josh Morgaman, who is a pretty renowned hurricane chaser. He goes into, in fact, 80-some hurricanes he's been into. He talks to Robert a little bit about the perspective of this hurricane going through Jamaica, which he went through the eye wall.
You couldn't see anything. The inside of the core of this hurricane was just a solid whiteout. It was just white. It was pure energy with wreckage flying by. And there was a screaming sound that was so loud. I was with a couple of people, including a couple of women who were holding their ears. That's how loud the scream of the wind was. We were in the kitchen of the hotel. We finally had to bolt the door shut. And when you peeked through the cracks in the shutters, all you could see was whiteness. And I remember thinking to myself, this town's getting absolutely blasted. And when the hurricane started to move away, my fears were well-founded. The destruction was just off the charts. Hard to even capture it in words. The roads in the impact zone, it's just piles of rubble, and the rubble's made of buildings, houses, power poles, trees. It's just a big mess. Any nation would need help after a hurricane like this. Even after Hurricane Katrina, a lot of Americans don't know, we got international help, believe it or not, after Katrina. And a small country like Jamaica absolutely needs help in terms of resources and stuff. So folks should help out.
welcome back in. And we want to thank Robert Spetta and Josh Morgerman for that cool little story there.
Have you ever thought about chasing like hurricane? Would you? I mean, I think we all kind of would. We have. We've been chasing. As far as being in a eye wall of a Category 5, well, that opportunity has not presented itself.
Yeah.
Thank God, because we're more local guys. But is that I know you've chased tornadoes in Oklahoma. Like what's that?
Yeah, I mean, well, watching Jim Cantore during Hurricane Katrina when he was in Gulfport, Mississippi is what got me into weather.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's a dream. It isn't an adrenaline rush, but it can be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never experienced a hurricane thing. Like, I mean, you've gone live on hurricanes plenty of times here, but the tornado chasing and stuff out there across the southern plains, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it actually, especially like when you're in studio doing the tornado coverage for viewers on air, it actually makes it fly by.
Yeah.
Because you're just like
you're locked in.
You're revved up the whole time, because the tornadoes out across the plains are a little different than here.
Absolutely.
Typically we're getting EF0s, EF1s.
Tougher to chase.
Yeah, we got a lot more trees. The radar signatures aren't nearly as clear as they are out there. But yeah, I mean, out there on the plains, you got lots of chasers giving you great visuals.
Yeah.
The radar signatures, both on reflectivity and velocity, all those things are much clearer as well.
Yeah.
It's a rush.
It is. And with what he was mentioning, that whistle that you hear I unmistakably can hear it. You know what I mean? I know what he's talking. Nothing. I've never been through anything like that. But when you're kind of inside and finally sheltering, when you're getting 80, 90 mile an hour winds and gusts, that whistle is something else. It's like you're trying to sleep, but it's like.
No,
you're not, and then you lose power, and you're in pitch black darkness, and you're listening to that. It's eerie, and it's interesting. So let's get back to what we've been talking about. For us, we're taking that hurricane season 1 7-day bite at a time. The Hurricane Center says over the next 7 to 10 days we've got really nothing to track or nothing to worry about. So that's good. So we look at our in the here and now, what we can expect through the end of this week. Still warm. So we've been talking about cold temperatures. I'm not saying doesn't mean tonight is the night to go out and wrap the pipes or protect the plants.
You got some time.
You've got a little time, and that's what we've highlighted Monday, Tuesday. Plenty of time to look ahead and plenty of time to hear us go on and on and on about how cold it is going to get. In the meantime, Thursday, Friday, 80s. Friday, that small but not zero rain chance.
Yep, straight rain chance.
Maybe a stray shower, and then our weekend, Ross.
Yeah, weekend, warm, going to be a little bit breezier, especially by the end of the weekend on Sunday. We'll watch for a few stray to scattered showers. And then once that front clears us on Sunday, temperatures plummeting, and so we're stuck in the low 60s Monday and Tuesday for those afternoon and daytime highs. And of course, Lew and I talked at length there about the potential frost and freeze. And of course, the cooler temperatures just kind of getting you in the holiday season.
It will.
And I wanted to let you know that I did listen to Holly on Sirius XM on my way in today.
Good for you.
Because I know you were giving your wife some crap about listening to Christmas music was
but
on in the car.
Now I'm ready.
Oh, so it's okay now. Now that you're in the month of November, it's fine.
I'm ready now.
Okay.
We're beyond Halloween. Now we are.
I told Brock last night. He's one of our assignment desk guys. I rode back in from dinner listening to Gene Autry's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I was like, oh my gosh, if that doesn't get you revved up,
you just close
I don't know what does.
You're back by your grandfather's fireplace. Seeing that real Christmas tree, the old silver tinsel. Oh, that'll tell you, that's some nostalgia.
What kind of Christmas guy are you? Like a classical or
classical.
like a country Christmas or
classic Christmas? We do white lights.
Okay, I was just going to say
white lights
gold.
in the main tree, but we do have